children preparing to leave high school, and when you ask what is your goal, sorry, I don't make up people and taxi on the road. And as we've seen on television, they are actually able to put taxis on the road. It has become ordinary that lotto and those other means. You know, I never call the words, Gavin. But since you included it, thank you very much, are the means to an end for young people today. And so camping allows us the opportunity to show them another side and to demonstrate that what you believe is ordinary might not bring you to a place that makes you a productive citizen and allows you to be grounded in Christ and discover who you are. But what allows it? Yes, and you must know something scandalous. So what allows is the group, the extended time and setting, create an environment for spiritual discovery. And the spiritual discovery we're speaking about is where young people are able to relate what takes place at the altar and what takes place during ordinary time. Is to apply what takes place at the altar and what is said at the pulpit and apply it to their everyday lives. That's what we help to make sense of at camp. And so what's important for us is the leadership of the camp. Persons who know exactly where they want to go and how to go about getting there. So, camping's most powerful Christian witness is the lifestyle of the staff, of individuals and of our team. Because this is a problem we put ourselves in. We've pulled them out of their homes and we've said to them, this is the other way. And if you remember anything of your teenage years, us older ones, you will recall that we are very observant. Yes. And for those of us who have actually sent children to camp, you would know or you would have heard what they have observed. And we know that campers are very good at observing and hearing what is said and not said. And so the church makes it deliberate, it's very deliberate in who we select to be camp counselors. We are deliberate in ensuring that camp counselors have taken the decision to walk the walk. So it is not just anyone that is selected from anywhere to come in a 1 week of an intentional program to influence our children. So the spiritual objectives, we ensure that our camping goals are clear. Because the objective is to win lost people for Christ and teach them His ways. One of the misconceptions, however, that many people hold is that 1 week of camping will make the child perfect. Please do not send any if that is your intention this week, because you are going to be greatly disappointed. It is part of the church's overall ministry, and it also requires other input from other places. But what camp is the beginning. And, like Joshua will speak later, you will find that once they continue to return over time, the camping experience added to the other exposures in life helps to form them into who they will become. And so the camping values, we value a genuine community. Whole person ministry. We're invested in relationship building. So camping doesn't, the relationships formed at camp between camper and counselor ought not to end at camp, but it is continued throughout the year until we meet again. Because those who are engaged at camp become mentors to those we send. Because ultimately it is not what they are exposed to at camp that matters, but it is what they bring home. And so the experience enrichment. Well, for those of you who have been to camp, you know this is a much different setting than we're accustomed to. and we are going to have to be a little bit more creative. There are no fields for us to run through. And I dare not say plunder, because they don't plunder the fields at all. But they really do stretch their legs. But this site calls for us to be innovative. And I can tell you something. Those of us on the camping staff, we don't have to be innovative. We just have to wait at the campus to come. Woe be to St. John's. The other thing about camping is leadership development. A lot of our campus have moved on, if not all, to be who they want to be. A lot of our campus are now in leadership position, held leadership position, or have returned to be counselors themselves. And that speaks to the work of camp. So, I point to Bishop Gregory. I don't know how far he's coming from, but I'm sure camping has brought him very far. And look at where he is today. I point to people like Father Garfield. Bless the Lord, O my soul. We have Father Perf. You know, all those persons who we don't know where they're coming from, but we see where they are right now. And we're waiting to see where they will be. And lastly, camping is about church growth. Not in a numerical sense, but in an awareness of who they are as disciples. In an awareness of who they are as disciples. Because we agreed earlier that 1 week is quite some time to have an impact, and much greater impact than attending church every Sunday for 1 week. So, we are thankful for a new campsite, as I articulated earlier, so that we can go about and hopefully we can put our markings as the first camp people to be here. I'm not sure how that will be received, but we will definitely put it here. But the campsite gives us hope. And it gives us hope because now we'll be able to explore and discover with our youth on a more frequent basis, and not just confined to summer. And of course, the campsite allows us to help both campers and ourselves as counselors to discover who we are. And it is hoped that by their engagement here at camp, that they will answer to the invitation to receive the sacrament of the altar. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with these words. The best gift we can give our children is to introduce them to Jesus Christ. Amen.
Josh?
Good morning. Well, my name is Josh Pratt, as it says on the program. And it is indeed a privilege to be chosen by our youth director to reflect on the camp experience. I started the Diocesan camp at the age of 9 in the year 2010. And I must say, it has been a wonderful experience. It It has had many challenges, but it's still something that we campers and children look forward to each year. Camp is something to look forward to for many reasons. For one, the drive to camp. The drive to camp is something to look forward to, as not only to be going to a new parish each year because of the moving around of the campsite, but also we meet with other campers on the bus before we reach the campsite. We catch up with old friends that we haven't contacted in 1 year exactly, and we look forward to experiencing 1 week with them. This drive, however, is also full of anxiety, since everyone is looking forward to seeing the new place, looking forward to what they can complain about, and what they can look forward to experiencing something else next year. The second thing is the dorm life. I know that is an experience in and of itself, because the dorm is where everyone sleeps. This is full of many different personalities, people of different color and different classes of social class, different schools, but everyone comes together at the end of the day. For one, when we come together, we discuss our camp counselors. We speak about our date for the banquet. One thing many campers look forward to is, who am I going to carry to the banquet this year? So we talk about that. We talk about who have the most dates, who got the most dances for the banquet, who could eat the most food. And we look forward to who is going to get the most prizes at prize giving by the end of camp. We also talk about what we can do to prank our counselors for giving us a hard time. If we give trouble, you know they punish us and stuff like that. No, the bathroom duties. For me personally, I don't like doing chores. It's something that I have to work on, but it's something that I like doing at camp. This is because I get to tell the newer campers what to do and stand and watch them while they do it and ensure that they're doing it right. But once the councils come around, you know you have to do some work too and get your hands dirty. But once we start working together and singing choruses, it's done in no time and we have enough time to play. Now, my hope for camp is for camp to be 2 weeks instead of 1. Because this can be seen as a safe haven for me personally as well. And instead of having where we come for 1 week and we talk about our life experiences, we like to see where people come in and tell us more about their lives and what they feel as children growing up. I'd also like to see for more lives to be transformed through the camp activities. As most of you who have known me would know, I was not always this polite. I have come far away on this Christian journey. This change was possible through the hard work of our camp counselors, especially Auntie Nettie. The camp counselors, despite knowing how challenging it can be to have a student or a camper like Josh on the campus, they have always encouraged me to do my best, and they have always encouraged me also to not pay attention to the minor things in life, but keep my eyes set on my goals and pray about it, since God will make everything work. Although campers don't always agree on everything and we don't always see eye to eye, I think I speak on behalf of all past and future campers when I say camp has developed many friendships, seeing as my closest friend now is a camper that I met 6 years ago. I enjoy camp very much, and it has touched me and many of my friends' lives. With everyone, despite their differences, we come, we stay, complain for the first 3 days, we always do that. And then after banquet night, you realize that it's not so bad, and then by last day, everyone crying, oh God, you can't leave me, go home now, too stressed. Can't wait to come back next year. This is something that we always see. So we just look forward to the day when everyone is going to leave and get a girl number. That's what I enjoy. You get to text them and you talk to them. In closing, I would like to say a big thank you to the diocese, our youth director, all the camp counselors, and last but by no means least, our wonderful teaching staff for making our camp here each year a big success. I can't wait for camp this year. Thank you.
unchangeable, you're unstoppable, that's what you are. Unchangeable, unshakable, you're unstoppable, that's what you are.
Need not worry, I'm not going to try to sing like Leandro. What I can say is that in the summer, there are several programs going on. There's this summer camp, as we've been learning about it, but there's a music camp, which we have at Christchurch, Vineyard Town, that goes for 2 weeks. And Leandro is usually part of our summer camp, music camp, that goes on for it's about 5 years. I think it's a 4th year we're going to it, where we teach persons. There's been a singer before that time, but we teach persons how to sing, how to sight read, how to play drums, how to play recorder, how to play the steel pans, and the keyboard, and guitar. So those of you that side of the world are interested, bear in mind that this is not the only summer program, but you see the results of it. Now I need to explain something of what is going to happen. We cannot all move for the cutting of the ribbon. So I'm going to ask for your cooperation. Just a few of us will go and cut the ribbon, and there will be some blessing of some of the apartments in the building, during which time the steel band will be playing, and the party will return here for our concluding activities. So please cooperate with us as we go through this part. I'm going to invite the custodians to accompany us, and there is a committee that is going to be working with us in the management of this place, which will include, and some of these persons are not here, the youth director, Mr. Anthony Watson from Auchtembeddie, Reverend Brackett, Reverend Carlton Tuller, Sister Andrea Taylor, Mr. O'Neill Larman, Principal of Silo Primary, Mrs. Edith Cheddar from St. Matthews, Mr. Ladrick Hunnigan from the Mandeville Parish Church, Reverend Douglas Barnes, Director of Christian Education, Mr. Ian Henry from Mandeville Parish Church, and a representative of the National Youth Council. Those persons who are members of that management committee who are present, I would invite you to join us as we go for the cutting of the ribbon. So please ask your cooperation as we continue to be entertained by the steel band while we do justly. This is Morris, and you're here. Mrs. Morris,